Hello and welcome to Stockflow Tech. My name is Emmanuel Meli, and in this video we'll discuss or look at how we can have a report with data from various tables, and we will restrict ourselves to two tables. So I'll just demonstrate from the front end what I want us to have as a report. So in this case, we have 4 records here, whereby each and every record has some related records inside it. When I say records, I mean like data from a table. Now we have this data as the header, and we have this data below here as the lines information. Now we need to see how we can present all this data alongside these books that had been booked by various patrons. And then we'll do there's a table, there's a relation what that is done in the report. We've created a report just the same way we created the other one in the previous video. And in this case, we have a main data item, which is the book lending. That one is the table that carries the header information. And then down below here, we'll add another data item just below that column called book lending line. So and something to note at this point is that we have a data item link, which is a property that links the related records. So these related records will use lending number from this table, and then it will relate to another field in this other table here, the book lending table. This is book lending line. So we take a field known as the lending number from the primary data item. Now at this point, you'll just expose the fields that you want to have as columns, like the book number. We also have the book title. Book title. Then we might be interested also to have in another column to have SNB. Then finally, we might be interested to also see the book status. Then that will give us an error for obvious reasons that we already have another status for the header. So let's call this column book status. Now you have to build this one so that when you go to your existing RDL or RDLC layout, you'll get those columns. So it has packaged successfully. So we'll just open the RDL from this end, open externally, and then once it's done opening, we will create another table. You see we already have a table here, and then there's something here known as the grouping. I've grouped this one, so I'll just go back, just go to row group and then delete group, delete. Sorry, I've deleted including the data, so I'll just undo. Then it's an interesting feature that will enable you to have right here we have it as a lending number. So I'll delete, then you'll see how it appears without it. So you can see we have two fields right here. It's like you have one from our previous layout, and then you right click and then insert. You can insert an outside group below. Then you can group these two by going to row groups and then group properties. Then you can add, select the field that you want to group with. I'm selecting this field because it is still the same field that I've also used at this point. I've used the lending number, so we can still maintain and use the same. I've deliberately expanded this column because I want to create, right click and insert table, a new table that will store the book information such as the book number, book title, ISNB, and finally the book status. So I'll just right click and then insert a new. Nice. So Remember, this is just a different table, but we are not going to end it here. We have to place it inside this point. What I did is that I merged these cells, merge, and then we'll resize this table to fit this cell, the merged cell. So I'll just expand the book title, bit of ISNB, and a little more of book number, and maybe finally book status. We'll still do this. And again, for it to be identical or not identical, like to be special, maybe you can bold, you can make it a little bit smaller for the header, then italicize. Also this, you can make it a little smaller, then we can just drag it right inside here. Nice. So we can save, then we can try to see whether you've done the necessary. We've included the data item down below the columns of the header. I'm going to publish. So we'll try to test our report. I've included it here as an action. We've learned about actions. We've learned about the parts of the role center. So we've also learned about the filters, how I place these. Now are we going to use them filters. Now we'll just preview and close so that we can see what happened. We've got lending details, the header right here. For instance, we have lending number 2, which is right there in our records. Then in that lending, there were 2 books involved. There were book 2 and then the modern literature book. And then the other one also had 2 books, and then the last one had 1 book. Now, that is how to present your data from multiple related tables in RDL report. For that, please support our channel with your subscribe, a comment for improvement, and a like.